we've got our first official Euro 2024 promo type news. So we gotta talk about it. My headset's still broken, and then on second thought, actually, I just fucked this shit. We've got more Ultimate Team of the Season news to talk about. We have got another Icon SBC coming out, a bunch of random shit to talk about. The icons related to the FIFA esports scene, which remember last year, there was some controversy around that SBC, the Kaká SBC. So we'll talk about that. I feel naked without that on, by the way. It'd be funny if I turned to my left, there's just like a 3-inch divot in my head, just a huge headset gap. Surprised there's not. But anyway, if you guys would like to buy coins, you can go to mmoxp.com. The link is in the description. You can use my code JFC at checkout for a 5% discount. Before we get into everything, I got a couple comments yesterday saying like, hey, I saw Sophia Smith in your team. I accidentally just fat fingered the wrong button. Did you like her? What'd you think about her? As you guys know, I got ranked 2 yesterday, so I'm gonna be kind of more biased because I probably played really well yesterday. Sophia Smith is one of the reasons I got ranked 2. Absolutely insane card. And I actually didn't even like Lewandowski that much. I thought he was decent. I didn't think he was like insane. I think one of the reasons for that is controlled. I'm just not a fan of cards that have controlled. Anything that's not controlled explosive, I am not a really big fan of them. I've noticed controlled lengthy, even with Rapid Plus, is just not either a lengthy player with Rapid Plus or an explosive player with Rapid Plus. They're just not the same. Like Fakir, controlled explosive, that one's okay. I think explosive is really, really good. Controlled explosive again on Sophia Smith. I think lengthy is really good. Like Ruben Loftus-Cheek here is just straight up lengthy. I think lengthy is insane as well. Could just be an anecdotal thing, but I think controlled is just, if it's not explosive, you have base controlled, controlled lengthy, or mostly controlled, or whatever the other, I think there's a couple other ones are. I don't think they're very good. I think last year they were. They don't seem as good this year, but anyway, that's a side note. Fakir is actually the card that I was so impressed by. This Fakir card, I also did like the red upgrade with him. Insane card. The hype is real with this Fakir card. I would definitely recommend trying him if you're able to do him. I shouldn't say that, if you're able to get him through that FUT Champs objective. Now also there's this weekly 90+ TOTS player pick that we will open in this video today. And it looks like we also have pack leaks as well, by the way, for potentially FUT Champs rewards post team of the season. So we'll talk about that as well. But okay, let's get to the leaks now. We do have our first Euro 2024 news. In terms of FIFA related news, looks like we have the official icon card design for the Euros, and it does look like a really nice card design, to be honest with you. And if you guys don't remember, we did have a rumor, I want to say it was a couple weeks ago, that a pretty high and reliable leaker did say, not confirmed, but he was pretty sure, that we will see the red loan players again, that there's a good chance we see those again from like the World Cup promo in 2022, which was FIFA 23. Obviously, is that going to be a good thing? I mean, you be the judge on that, but seeing that we have icons here, and we also have this design leaked, and that is heroes as well, just like the World Cup promo in 2022. It's probably going to be something quite similar to that World Cup promo. Now, I will say, I don't think the World Cup promo was very well received at the time. I think the idea behind it wasn't terrible. The loan players wasn't like the worst thing ever. Idea-wise, it just implemented nothing with it, and it lasted like a month long, and everybody just hated it at a certain point. That's also at a time where I feel like the game is at a very, very FIFA point, FC point dependent state, where they're really relying on money in November, where the last World Cup was, whereas this is like this should be just a fun summer promo to me. If they don't make it just a fun summer promo with lots of cool things to do, I just don't see what the fuck they're doing, because that's really what June should be all about. Beginning really in like March and April, that's really what it should start being about, right around team of the season time. And also the Euros begins, I think it's like June 14th, I want to say, is the date that it begins. So just, can we make it fun? That would be ideal, and just not a super similar copy paste to what the World Cup was. And also, I got a comment yesterday saying like, what are going to be the first icons or heroes with 3 playstyle pluses? And it's going to be probably these Euro heroes, Euro icons as well, to be the first ones with 3 playstyle pluses. Also, it's not a leak, it's just a concept, more just showing you what they could look like. But yeah, it's exciting to like, the build up for it is going to seem exciting until we just see what they release. Because right now, I'm not going to lie, team of the season content, there's been some good things about it, but as you guys know, I think there's been some lackluster things as well. The pack weight has just not been good enough for me. The rewards have been not good enough either. But if you're familiar with the channel, you've already heard me rant about all these things. But if you're not, TOTS has been quite contentious in terms of like if people like it or don't like it. But obviously, let me know in the comments what you all think about that. I will be, also side note, I will be recording that video like right now, reading all your comments for the second channel. But anyway, we do have this news that we should see another Champions League Winners Icon SBC. Now, we got Kaká last year. If you don't remember what that card looked like, I'll show you in one sec. But we heard initially last year that we were going to see an Icon SBC from a player that the winner picked, and they could also pick the stats or skill moves and weak foot to like a certain degree. Not make them 99 everything, but kind of to a certain degree make the card, which I thought it was like a really cool idea, and they would do that more often. That would actually make maybe the competitive scene a little more interesting, because maybe the person could say what the SBC they're going to do before they played in a game or whatever, and then you kind of could get behind a player maybe based on what SBC you wanted to see. Except in reality, what actually happened was this. Throwback to last year's ECL SBC, where the winner could choose any icon to get a card and conveniently chose the player who was an ambassador for the event. So Kaká was there at the event itself. Of course, somehow, some way, Kaká ends up being chosen, except also we did some digging into the fine print, perhaps. And by that, I mean the guy who won the Champions League literally said he didn't pick the fucking SBC. He said, yeah, I got to pick skill moves and weak foot. So we got to pick skill moves and weak foot, and that was it. Not the player, not anything else. EA came out and said they could pick a player. Oops, actually, that's not true. We're picking it for you because Kaká's attending our esports event because we paid the guy a fucking boatload of money. We need to get our money's worth. So yeah, I would say it could be really interesting and unique, but I'm assuming it'll be the same thing again. If a former player attends the event, he'll be the icon. So, you know, the Kaká SBC was still pretty cool. It was just the fact that it was chosen like that by EA made it not as cool. But maybe it'll be a really good card, and only one way to really find out. But that is going to be coming out in the coming days here. And now let's get into the Ultimate Team of the Season leaks. These are going to be pretty obvious players, but we do have confirmation of these players that are going to be in the team. Cristiano Ronaldo is one of them. He's guaranteed to be an Ultimate Team of the Season now. Not a surprise. If you're wondering, though, how the mixed team works, probably we're going to see an Ultimate mixed team just with the whole Ultimate Team of the Season. So it doesn't matter what league they were in. It's just going to be an all-encompassing Ultimate Team of the Season with all of the best players, basically. Next up, Lionel Messi. Okay, figured he'd be in. It's Messi, Ronaldo, Vinny. I mean, it's going to be every insane card you can expect to be in this team. Next up, Graham Hansen, of course, who's like 4 million coins. It's actually the only women's card so far that is confirmed to be in the team, I think. Yeah, I believe it's the only women's card so far. And we also have Virgil van Dijk set to be in the team, who was leaked by FUTZone, but we're not believing FUTZone in these parts. So here's official confirmation that Van Dijk is going to be in the team. And once again here, I'll remind you, if you think we've had great SBCs recently, just wait for Ultimate TOTS week. So remember that for any SBCs coming up here before Ultimate Team of the Season, that you might want to just hold your fodder off a little bit longer. Okay, now we've got some pack leaks, and they might show us what champs rewards might look like here coming up post Team of the Season. And I'll remind you, if you see a store pack in here, that's probably going to be a store pack. Don't open it. If you're spending money in May or June on this game, you probably have a gambling issue, and call the gambling hotline if you are tempted to do so. We got the deluxe TOTS player pick. It includes one Team of the Season TOTS Plus or TOTS Moments player pick, 1 of 3, rated 90 or higher. So I wonder what that could be. I'm not really sure. I mean, could that be what the red player picks are going to be, just 1 of 3? Now, the thing with this is that usually champs rewards that are the picks don't end up in the leaked code. We will see packs in the code like this one right here. We'll talk about in one sec, but the picks themselves usually don't end up in the code. This could be a store pack, actually, even though it doesn't really look like it would be one. This actually could be one, but this right here, 90 times 5 all TOTS pack, includes 5 Team of the Season TOTS Moments or TOTS Plus players rated 90 or higher. I would not be shocked to see this be what the tradable TOTS pack ends up becoming, because it doesn't say untradeable here either, so this probably is going to be a tradable pack. This to me is what we're going to see for Team of the Season, or sorry, champs rewards post Team of the Season, if I had to guess. And I'm gonna be honest with you, 90 times 5 TOTS is going to be terrible. That is actually going to be a terrible pack. That's to me worse than a 3 single league specific, because there are so many 90 plus from all of the TOTS squads, including TOTS Moments, that considering the pack weight right now, I mean, that has got to be a terrible pack. It's going to be 5 discard Team of the Seasons you would really expect there. Maybe I could be eating my words when this pack happens and you see it opened and it actually is better, but I don't think it's going to be better at all, actually. We have the Ultimate Team Champions Ultimate TOTS ... pack. Contains 1 Ultimate Team Champions player from the Ultimate TOTS squad. Could that be squad battles rewards or a squad battles pack there? I'm not exactly sure what that could mean. But it does say Ultimate Team Champions player, so okay. We have a store pack down here. I'm assuming it's 11 guaranteed TOTS players. I'm guessing that's going to be a store pack. Maybe it'll be an SBC, but yeah. And the rest here are pretty much all store packs. So I won't even really bother. If you want to read through these, you can. They're kind of like the Ultimate Team of the Season store packs, right? That's kind of what these are. So one of these is an Ultimate Team of the Season guaranteed pack as well. Don't open it, please. Okay, we did receive a lot of comments yesterday saying I would like to see maybe more in-depth market stuff. So what I'm probably going to do is, when I do have a lot of things to say about the market, I'm going to just talk until I have a little bit longer of a video that day, by not super long. And obviously the videos are very time-stamped, so if you don't care about the market part, then you don't have to watch it. Now, I will say the one thing that really could change here is women's cards have not been in packs, right? So an Alex Morgan, or maybe somebody who's a high-end women's card that's expensive, but maybe wouldn't be an ultimate team of the season. I think of someone that could be, I mean, maybe you could see like Olga Carmona, right? Like this card's not an ultimate team of the season, but it's 430k. Maybe even Salma wouldn't be an ultimate team of the season, right? These cards not have much supply. They really only had store pack supply, or if you get insanely lucky in champs rewards or something like that. We're gonna see more supply of these though with champs rewards because of the fact that they're 90 times 5 now, and you actually can get women's team of the season cards in champs rewards. So these are probably gonna keep dropping too. Now the whole market just drops and drops right now. It's kind of what we expect, but the ones that are rare, like these women's cards, haven't maybe moved as much as you would think they would. That probably changes here in the coming weeks, especially as we get towards shapeshifters, which shapeshifters and the Euro promo is probably going to be very, very hyped up. And especially this year with how the cards have worked, every time a new promo comes out, the old cards are not quite as good as that new promo. They've done a very good job with that this year. Apart from team of the year, only time where a card was like definitively insane. Think about cards right now from like January and before. Even team of the year cards right now, like team of the year Hansen, even, who was 5 million coins forever, is 1.8 million coins now. Team of the year Messi's 4 mil. Team of the year Holland's like 2.7. They've been 6 million coins all year. Playstyles have really changed the market and how we look at things, and I think that we just need to be aware of that for next year and just for the continuation of this year as well. Okay, I will still read a couple comments. I picked a couple that we will read and then I won't talk about in the other video. Get More TV says, you realize that you don't need to wear a headset to speak into a mic, right? Do you think I'm a fucking idiot? Is anybody not aware of that? Not to be abrasive, I apologize, but yeah, when I listen to myself back in headphones, that's why I wear them when I am making my videos. I listen to my mic audio back. It's just a habit I picked up when I started doing it, and it feels weird not listening to me back, so I can hear if things get picked up or hear whatever. That's the whole reason, basically. But at Slow Snail Racing, with a snail with wheels in his avatar, so I can sub my Evo on and it counts as a game towards their objectives. Smiley face. I did not know this until today. If you did not know that, yes, if you sub an Evo on, you don't have to actually start the game with them. You can just sub them on. It says play matches usually. I don't think they've ever said like in your starting 11. I don't think it's ever happened. I think you can literally just get sub on Evos every single time if you want to. Yes, that is a thing. At T13 Mess, it's the end of the game now. Prices will keep crashing. We'll all lose coins. Now, what you need to do now is make 2 or 3 teams that you are happy with and having fun with, and that is very true. Right now, you're gonna lose coins on stuff. For the most part right now, you just want to be having fun. Try players out. If you have 6 million coins, don't be afraid to lose some to go try out a crazy player. Just right now is about having fun. Earlier on in the year, I'm very stingy with coins as well, and I just tell you guys to be stingy with them because right now is where you want to have a lot of them. If you spent a lot of them in December and January, you will miss out on fun, and I think potentially more fun later on in the year. If you have a ton of coins come TOTS time, you can open store packs if you wanted to. I don't recommend that, but you could if you wanted to. You have a ton to craft SPCs with, a ton to craft upgrades with, whereas you could do a gamble pack of an 88 plus icon pick in February and get fucking nothing for 700k. Like, you know. Chingy from Australia got TOTS ultimate packs early and got a 78 rated keeper because it's day 242 of no Evo. Chingy's got his update once again. Evos have been balls if during TOTS if you're running an Evo team. The league Evos don't include the chicks. Others only allow you to upgrade Reds or TOTS players. I think during the whole of TOTS so far, I've been able to complete maybe 2 or 3 Evos that are meaningful, not bothering upgrading a 73 silver up to 79 at this point, for example. And yeah, if you're a person who like wants to chain evolutions, there's been none of that during team of the season, which is very strange to me. I do like the TOTS upgrades. If you want to be cynical, you could just say they could just make them better and not have to do the Evos. The Evos only exist because they can make the card worse. I kind of agree, kind of don't agree with that. I like the TOTS Evos. I like the red player pick Evos, but the fact that we can't chain anything is just terrible. Anybody's evolution teams right now have just been gone to shit. If you chain somebody from a bronze or a silver up to anything, you cannot put them into anything so far. So I just wish we could see options for all of that. I wish we could see an option for like no playstyle plus increases and have like a big stat increase, or maybe just adding 1 playstyle plus instead of having 3 added on every single card, which I think there's room for that evolution or that type of evolution, adding 3 playstyle pluses, but just I wish we saw more variety of them. It's just weird to me that we haven't so far. Okay, weekly 90 plus TOTS player pick. It's 1 of 3, 90 plus all TOTS. I'm assuming it's not going to be great, but only one way to find out, and that's open it right now. And that's what we expected. 94 rated, I suppose we'll take in Katoto, but that's it. And let me know if you guys got anything as well in your packs at all or your picks. Thank you for being here. I love you. I'll send it over soon. Peace.